Now let's get more on this shock news that Pope Benedict XVI is resigning after nearly 8 years as head of the Catholic Church. We can speak to Fidelis Mba, who's here with me from the BBC Africa Service. Hi Fidelis, thanks for coming in. There's been a lot of demand for an African Pope from some of our African viewers and listeners today. Who do they have in mind? Who are the most popular cardinals?
Well, at the moment, we're talking about Toxin, who is from Ghana, who is just about 64. And then also in the running, 3 Nigerians, actually, who are cardinals. But one of them technically might be out, which is Cardinal Arinze, who was like the closest to getting it, before the current Pope was enthroned. And then the others are Olubimi Okoje, who's from Lagos, and John Onayekon, who is a former leader of Christians in Nigeria. So right now, people are actually like, okay, yeah, even though they're surprised that, that the Pope is resigning, but they're also looking at it that this might actually be our chance to take a shot at, that #1 position.
All right, Fidelis, you're here in London. In a moment, we're going to go to Mexico City. First of all, though, let's bring in Steve Kingston from Washington, D.C. Steve, I wonder if Pope Benedict managed to shift the popularity or position of the Catholic Church in America.
Well, remember, he was a pope of relatively few years in the pontificate compared to his predecessor, John Paul II. And so there's, there's warmth here towards the fact that he is going to step down in these, unique and different circumstances. But the tributes have been sort of fairly brief, let's say. Barack Obama has just put out a statement from the White House. The president says, on behalf of Americans everywhere, Michelle and I wish to extend our appreciation and prayers to His Holiness Pope Benedict. Michelle and I warmly remember our meeting with the Holy Father in 2009. We've appreciated our work together over these last 4 years. And then Barack Obama ends by saying, the Church plays a critical role in the United States and the world. I wish the best for those who will soon gather to choose His Holiness's successor. So that's the official statement from the White House in just the past couple of minutes.
Thank you for that, Steve. And Juan Carlos Perez, another of our colleagues, is live with us from Mexico City. He's a BBC Mundo correspondent, and I'm guessing that this is a huge story for you. How have your users reacted?
Well, there is a big shock here after the announcement of the Pope that is resigning. Everyone is informing about, and there is a big question that is popping out in everyone's head. Could it be possible that the next Pope will be a Latin American?
And do they think the answer is yes? Are there cardinals who could fit the bill?
Well, some people are dismissing the idea, although there is one name that is being mentioned again and again. That's the Cardinal Odilio Scherer. He's from Sao Paulo. He was made cardinal in 2007. It seems to be the strongest name from Latin America.
Steve, in Washington, D.C., just before I let you go, I know that we're going to cover the hunt for this gunman in Los Angeles and the surrounding area. I'm wondering whether the Pope's resignation has pushed that off the top of the news agenda in America.
Well, the Pope's resignation was certainly big and shocking breaking news here this morning. All of the news networks carrying it at length. And interesting, we've been hearing as well from some of the senior cardinals from America, cardinals from here in Washington, from New York, and the word that they've all used is startled. They were taken aback by this. They heard the news. They said when they finished praying shortly after 6 o'clock this morning, Cardinal of New York, Timothy Dolan, initially said he thought it was a joke. So there is a deal of surprise here, but also respect for the decision that Pope Benedict has taken. And in terms of how he'll be remembered here, certainly from within the Church, senior figures are portraying him very much as a man of intellect, a man of philosophy and theology, a great and deep thinker within the Catholic Church. That's how they're framing his legacy.
Steve, Juan Carlos, thank you very much. Fidelis, just before you go, do you think that Africans, whether they're Catholic or not, want an African Pope? Would it be a matter of continental pride, regardless of your faith?
Yeah, I think many Africans are actually looking forward to this, because even before Pope Benedict came on board, many had actually looked forward to an African becoming a Pope. So if they get this chance now, I'm very sure even those who are not Catholics in Africa will be excited.
Fidelis, good to see you. Thank you very much for